Ms. Albert. Chuck, I just wanted to clarify the the, the passing rates that you presented were from the SOCs, but is UP part of this, or it is, no? So it would be interesting to see with and without UP, because I mean the reality is many people talk with any employer, they will always say, but UP na yan. Actually, hindi na natitignan kung masaya sa board, hindi, tatagawin na nila yan, you know? And so which brings me to my second point also, which is my concern about this. Well, it's good that we now have, where there's an effort for this qualification framework. But my other concern is, you know, because when you think of quality, quality is always a measure of the, not even what we think of as quality in terms of the actual product, but how the customer who buys the product will think of the product. So think of myself as somebody who will look for a doctor. I'm looking for a doctor. Will it be a Singaporean doctor, a doctor from Laos, a doctor from Myanmar? And I wonder, even with all these certification processes, to what extent will even the comparability of you know, how can we be assured that when we have all the standards and then they're implemented in the countries, even if they say that there are international standards, I'm not sure how they will be actually implemented within the countries. And which brings me to a question that I really have, which is, wouldn't it be simpler if you just have like a board also for the entire ASEAN for specific disciplines, like you say, meron kang board for lawyers, so parang meron ka rin gano'n, no? Kasi I'm not too sure to what extent eventually many of us probably this is the first time that we've heard of this framework, and so the basic question is how eventually will this framework get, you know, put in place across